That's right. Give it up for Joey, everybody. Yes, he's definitely the guy that would be in my neighborhood, and when I would be riding in the car with my parents would be like, they'd see him and they'd go, "Don't do drugs." I love doing drugs, as a matter of fact. That's why I was asked to be on this show. But I'm really bad at it. Every time that I try to step my game up, it always costs me twice as bad. I can't do edibles. I went to Portland one time, and this is the first time I'd ever been to a state where everything's legal. And I go there with one of my buddies who lives there, and he walks over and he goes, "Hey man." Now this was before they regulated gummies. And he goes, "Hey, this is a 1,500 milligram gummy. You should probably only eat one little piece of this, maybe the leg or arm. I don't think you can take it. You are from Louisiana." And all I heard was, "People from Louisiana are bitches." And so my chest swelled up real big, and I was like, "Fuck this place. Give me that gummy. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. Let's get in the car. I'm driving." All right, we're 2 hours from our destination. We're going down the road, and I've got the AC on full blast, and I'm sweating fucking bullets. I'm thinking about stuff that happened to me in 7th grade and arguments that I could have made to win the day. And my friend had the audacity, the sheer audacity to say anything. And he goes, "You ever wonder what it's like to live in a world of perpetual night?" What? And he goes, "Yeah, you know how Alaska has 40 days a night?" What? He goes, "Yeah, because it's so up north, they get 40 days a night, 40 days a day. But what if you had to live in a world where it was just dark?" And I started skidding off the side of the road. I started panicking and I started freaking out. He goes, "Dude, are you all right?" I'm hyperventilating. I'm like, I can't afford to get lights put in my house that's gonna stimulate sunlight. I'm gonna have to start taking vitamin D all the time. I don't drink enough milk, man. I'm panicking. The car's on the side of the road, and he's like, bro, calm down. We're about to die." And I go, "Why, man? Why do I need to calm down?" He goes, "If you look outside right now, you'll see the sun's out." And I went, "Oh, fuck." And I was thinking, man, it'd be so much easier if I was at home and I was just driving up to a drive-through daiquiri shop, and they just give me a drink and they go, "You're on the honor system, right?" And you go, "Yeah, I'm out." It'd be 3 or 4 daiquiris in and I'm shit-faced and someone goes, even if I'm driving and I'm running over school children, my friend just asked me, "Hey man, you ever wonder what it's like to be in a world of perpetual night?" And you go, "Who the fuck is night? I'll fight night right now. You talking shit? Fuck night. This is day squad." Oh man. All right, all day. I can't, I'm not allowed to babysit my nieces and nephews anymore because I get too fucked up and get political on children. I was watching Cocomelon the other day, and it was an episode where they had to blow up these balloons that were tied to race cars, and the balloons would push the cars. And there's 3 children. There's the older brother, middle sister, and JJ. Now the older brother's winning every time, but that's the way it is. He's got more developed lungs. He's 6 years old. This dude's on his way. JJ can't cut it. He's losing every time. And JJ pulls a magical flute out of nowhere. And he blows on this flute, and an elephant comes out of the just magic clouds. And he blows up the balloon, and everybody loses. And I lost my shit. I stood up and I was like, "What the fuck are you watching? What kind of bullshit is this? Life is not that simple. There are no magic flutes. Sit down." Miss Rachel would never pull some shit like this. This is some blippy bullshit, and this does not happen in this house. You will sit down and you will watch Bluey and you will shut the fuck up. Not allowed to go back. My grandmother passed away recently. I know, it was really sad. She was on my mom's side, 8 kids. I'm one of 25 grandchildren, huge legacy. And when she died, we weren't prepared as a family. It just kind of happened. Her last words, last thing she told us is she was just, "I'm sorry." She got real sick and she passed away. And we were like, oh my God. We started going through all of her belongings, several days later. And my entire life in her house, there's been a deep freezer that's been in the middle room. It's never been plugged in. There's a big ass lock bolted to it and chains. And she would put like a tablecloth over the top. And anytime we would ask her when we were growing up, be like, "Mama, what's in that freezer?" She'd be like, "Don't fucking worry about it. Go mind your business. Go outside." We always wondered. And the reason we wondered is because when that freezer showed up, really eerily, my grandfather disappeared 2 weeks before that freezer showed up in the room. And I've been afraid that if he's in that freezer, I'm going to be on the next episode of CSI Baton Rouge. And then I'm like, who's going to play me? And there's only 2 people I can think of, and that's Zach Galifianakis and Jelly Roll. And I'm just like, fuck, man. I can't believe. My uncle, he's the one, he's like, "We got to get in this freezer. We got to know what's going on." And I said, "Okay, let's get in this freezer, everybody." We get bolt cutters. We bust the lock on this thing. And we're all prepared to see the worst thing. We open it up. It opens up like a mummy sarcophagus. It's like, shh. We all get back, and my mom goes, "Daddy?" And I'm like he would answer, bitch? Freezer's been there for 20 years. If he answers, we got a whole nother level of problems that I'm too high to deal with right now. I ain't dealing with vampires. But no, we look down and there's 2 oddly human-sized garbage bags at the bottom. And we're freaking out. And my uncle goes, "No fucking way." And he grabs one of the bags and rips it open. And I wish it was my grandpa. Because what fell out of it was 15 multicolored dildos of various sizes. There were whips, chains, handcuffs, masks, strap-ons, butt plugs, all of this. And at the bottom of it was a plaque that said, "Margaret Downs, greatest dick sucker of Louisiana, 1971 to 1984. I was born in 1985. That means up to my birth, my grandmother was the state dick-sucking champion. I asked around later, and I found out that she could have went nationals, but she blew her knees out in state. My mom's like, "Oh my God, that's why she said I'm sorry." And I was like, "I'm sorry? That plaque don't say 4th best dick sucker. We're number 1. This family breeds champions. We swallow losers." No fucking way. And I'm just like, man, we could have learned so many things. Why should she keep this a secret? Did she invent the reach around? Was she the one that was like, if you cup the balls at the same time, you'll get this weird sense of panic and pleasure? That's really nice. Thanks, Grandma. I appreciate that. I was just like, shit. And I want to be a champion too. But I can't be a champion dick sucker because my sister's been working so hard at it. And I don't want to try to take it from her. But I've been trying to get my life right. I've been trying to be healthier. I've been trying to eat healthier. I'm down almost 100 pounds, guys. Yes, 87 pounds. And the reason I lost all this weight is I watched this crazy-ass documentary that was about sugar. And it was like, sugar interacts in the same addiction centers of your brain as cocaine. And I was like, oh shit, for real? And it's like, yeah, if you eat sugar and you're addicted to sugar, you know what it's like. Those addictions, those cravings, the same thing someone that has a coke problem and stuff goes through. And I was like, oh my God, I tried to quit. I was like 2 weeks in. and I'm having dreams. I'm having dreams that cupcakes are crawling up my walls like in Train Spotting. You know, I'm sweating. I'm just like, oh my God. I have a sugar dealer that's just like, I'll give you a ding dong. He unzips his pants and it's a ding dong. It's not a penis. And I'm like, okay, it's a real ding dong. I don't know why you got it in your pants. But you could just given it to me. And I was like, oh my God, I'm panicking. Because if the world keeps going the way it is, if we have all these shipping problems and everything, if sugar becomes as hard to get like cocaine is, if I got to do back alley blowjobs for Snicker bars, then I will be the greatest dick sucker that ever lived. Thank you, everybody. My name is Morgan Wright. Woo.
I'm here one more time. Come on.
Thank you, Grandma.
Hell yeah. Came from a dick sucking family.
Yeah, we're legacies.
Into a world of perpetual night.
I'm telling you.
I was half in and out of that story. What drug? Were you on drugs when you were driving around?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What shrooms?
We were just on marijuana edibles, but I took a 1,500 milligram edible.
Oh, okay, that'll do it.
Yeah, but I have taken a lot of mushrooms. I've seen God in the ocean.
Yeah?
Or Poseidon. I don't know who it was, but they were not happy with what I was doing.
Do you remember your first time doing mushrooms?
Oh, I sure do, because me and my friends, like I grew up with these three other guys, Kenny, Ricky, and Daniel. We grew up together as kids, and we lived next to a cow field. And there were these older teenagers in our neighborhood that were like, these are the mushrooms that you got to take, but you don't want to take too many.
Cow patty?
Yeah. And so we went out there as kids.
Nebraska, I know.
Yeah, and we just started filling up bags, whole Walmart bags full. And we had an emulsified blender, and we would blend up just no measurements and mix it with Sunny D and drink it.
God damn.
It was terrifying because we started tripping and we didn't know how bad it was going to be. And we're in the living room of my friend Ricky's house, and all of a sudden I hear, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" And it shuddered through my entire body. It shook my soul. I still hear that voice to this day. And it was my friend Ricky's mom. And she just sees 4 kids tripping balls in the living room. There's mushroom stuff everywhere. And we just run out the front door, get in a car, and this is in Jackson, Louisiana, close to Mississippi, and we just drive around and put everyone in town's lives in danger that whole night. But it was amazing. I saw the devil at the crossroads in Mississippi, but I wouldn't ask for his information.
Oh, you're a delight.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody, let him hear one more time. Oh yeah, good stuff. So that's closure. That's how it's gonna go. Pretty fun, huh?